Good morning. I feel like I always start out these kinds of vlogs in my car now. It is a very exciting week for me. It's actually the day before the kind of special, it's not like an event, really it's a professional development day. But anyway, if you don't know me, hi, my name is Andrea and thank you for tuning in on this channel. I'm the founder of Poise with Purpose Co. And I decided to make a vlog channel called Poisedladydiaries where I vlog other interesting things in my life. So thank you for being here. But back to what I was talking about. So tomorrow is Friday and tomorrow is a professional development day. And if you're not aware, I am actually a teacher for elementary school and I'm brand new to elementary school. I'm not used to teaching elementary school. So the head of my school actually asked me if I would lead one of our PD sessions on public speaking. So I thought I would go ahead and not only vlog it, but show you some behind the scenes of how I prepare. So let's go inside. Good morning. It is that Friday of PD day. So this is going to be the classroom that I'm in. I'm going to try to vlog my behind the scenes, but this is actually a 4th grade classroom. So this is where I'm going to be. I'm actually going to get something set up early because we actually have breakfast and then a couple other sessions before mine starts. Mine doesn't start until 11:45, I think. So I'm just going to get some things set up. This is such a cute classroom and the teacher in here is so sweet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on that. Just finished breakfast, heading to my first PD session.
Yes. There's some more coming, maybe 5 or 6 more. Wow.
Hi, no, it could be me too. Room mixed up, it happens. Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Kirby and I'm a 3rd grade associate. I'm to improve your presence. I want you all to really focus on my mannerisms. Some of you have already been in here and I purposefully have been walking around like this. So I really want you to pay attention to my mannerisms, how I'm speaking, eye contact, all those things, because we're going to talk about that today, okay? Raise your hand if you're actually an educator or a teacher. Okay. Raise your hand if you work in administration or something like that. Raise your hand if you're like a coach or something like that. Yeah, okay. So when you think about public speaking, in all of those areas, you're public speaking. When you're in a classroom like this, you're public speaking. When you're in admin and you're sitting in a meeting and you're the one who has to speak, you're public speaking. When you're speaking to your athletes, you're public speaking. I have a BFA in Cinematic Arts, Film and Video. So what that means for me is I didn't just study and analyze film. That meant I was going out into the field, on sets, doing production, creating the films, acting, directing, screenwriting, lighting design, everything you think of from production. I did all those things. So I went to the Columbus College of Art and Design. It's downtown. And then I also have an extensive background in the performing arts and entertainment industry. So I've also been modeling, singing, acting, dancing since about 2 or 3 years old. And I've spoken in front of audiences of all sizes for a very long time. And I'm 26. So if anyone feels like you can't do it, you can. I worked at a couple different schools. So I'm used to high school and middle school. And this is my first time doing elementary school, and I love it. So here's some examples of different public speaking events. And I just want to show that they're all different. So here I went to an elementary school and I spoke to them about fashion design because I modeled and I did the show every year at my college. And so they asked me to come in and speak to the girls about confidence. So you don't really think about confidence all the time with like modeling, like you're just kind of, you're posing or whatever, or maybe you're like strutting on the runway or something like that. But what do? You're lifting your head. You're giving eye contact to your audience, right? So I was speaking to those elementary students about that. Over here, this is Talissa Dixon. She was the previous superintendent for Columbus City Schools. And she asked me to lead a dining etiquette for her students. So I did that as well at the Royce. Here, this is me teaching a high school class on theater and production. And so that was during like the COVID times and everything. So I was speaking to them, but that was in a library. And it's a completely different library to what we're used to here. If you've been in the lower school library, it's a much bigger space. And so you have to project your voice. I didn't have a microphone. Here I worked for Short North Stage. I was a producer for them in college. And so for that, you're in charge of production. But that means I have to speak to a lot of people. And sometimes it's a one-on-one. Sometimes it's a group of people. Sometimes it's like going into a hallway and doing little exemplars. You just have like 6 to 8 kids or something like that. You're speaking to those individuals, but you still have to think about your diction when you're speaking to those individuals. Here was when I worked for a magazine. That's a little bit different too, because I was the videographer, but that means you're speaking to vendors. You're speaking to the people that are on the crew. And that's another form of public speaking. Here's another one of me working with some students in the Beechcroft High School, and this was for their video class. And so I was having them talk to me, and I was learning from them, which is something we're going to engage in today as well. I went to New York and worked with the New York Film Academy. So these are just some other things. That was my old high school, and I went back to speak with them. So this is just a little bit about my background when it comes to guest speaking and public speaking. So, we've got an icebreaker. You should have a folder in front of you. If you open that up, there's a blank paper, there should be a pencil, and then there should be a laminated little thing in there. Some of you may have the same one, some of you may have different ones. So I want you to read over that, and for the next 10 minutes, brainstorm an outline of what you'd like to say. So whatever that may be. Let's see, example. What moment in your life inspired you to become an educator, and why did you actively pursue it? So you're just going to brainstorm some ideas, some talking points, write them down if you need to. And then when those 10 minutes are up, you're going to discuss it in your groups. And then I'm going to call around and see if some people want to share. And you don't have to stand up the way I'm standing up, but you can share, and I want you to focus on how you're speaking. Okay. About 10 minutes when that big hand is on the 12. All done. I'm cleaning up. There was kind of a room situation where half of my attendees were in a whole nother room. I think it was my fault. I think I'm in the wrong room, but anyway, it went really, really well. I didn't record all of it just, for privacy reasons for the other faculty, but it went really, really well. So now it's lunchtime. I'm just going to clean everything up, put my props back into my car, and then go to the dining hall for lunch.
as you want to. Right now, we're all gonna do it right now and just like experiment and see how your shoes feel. Make sure that they feel good.